Hey there, it's Rahul here. In this video, I am going to introduce you to the fascinating world of machine learning. If you want to know all about machine learning, please do watch this video from start to end. So let's begin. The topics that we are going to cover in this chapter is firstly, I am going to introduce you to to what is machine learning. Then we are going to see some of the applications of machine learning, types of machine learning. Then we are going to see the three different types of data sets, that is train, validation and test. And at last we are going to see a workflow diagram of supervised machine learning. So let's begin. What is machine learning? Machine learning, as the name states, is a type of learning of machine in which machine learns explicitly by its own through recognizing the patterns and by learning from the data that we provide to the machine. We don't program it explicitly for doing that, but it learns on its own. So here, what is the use of machine learning? That it can give us some hidden insights from the data that we provided. So this is what is machine learning and a basic use of machine learning. Then let us see the what is the difference between classical programming and machine learning. So the normal programming that we do, we give input as rules and data and we get output as an answer. Suppose now I write a program of adding two numbers, so I will give it rules that you need to add it in this way, and I will give data that is two numbers, and then I will get the sum of two numbers over here as the answer. But in case of machine learning, we give it the data and we give it the answer, and it defines its own rules, and the output of the machine learning is rules, the rules that we set or the rules that the machine sets. So this is a key difference between classical programming and what is machine learning. Now let us see when to use machine learning. So machine learning is used whenever a pattern exists in some data and we need to find out that pattern, and we cannot pin it down mathematically. So that time we use machine learning, and we also use it in case when we have data, hopefully a lot of data, means a huge amount of data, like data in TBs. So in that case we use machine learning algorithm to find pattern in that data. Now let us see some of the applications of machine learning. So there are various applications of machine learning, but here I am giving some key applications of machine learning, that is product recommendation, fraud detection, email spam filtering, customer segmentation, maps, image recognition, and a lot more. So in product recommendation, if you go on some shopping websites like Flipkart or Amazon, you find that there the recommendation of product is given to you. That is through machine learning algorithms. Then we have something like fraud detection. So whether a transaction is fraud or it's normal, so that is also detected through a machine learning algorithm. Then we have something like email spam filtering, that is whether your email is spam or it is a normal email. So that is what is done by machine learning algorithm. You might have seen it in your Gmail. Then we have customer segmentation. Segmenting the customer according to different categories is what is done by machine learning. Then machine learning is also used in Google Maps to show you the shortest path, and also in image recognition, and a lot more things as I've already told you. Now let us see some of the different types of machine learning. So there are three different key types of machine learning, that is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, supervised learning, and reinforced learning. And they have different types of applications. Over here you can see in this diagram, it is given clearly. We will discuss all these types in detail in the next few slides. So let us see what is supervised learning. So supervised learning is when we train a machine explicitly by giving it data and defining the clear output to it, and the machine gives us direct feedback or it predicts the outcome or the future. And there are two types of supervised learning, or two types of problems of supervised learning, that is classification and regression problem. Then let us see what is unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning is when machine itself understands the data and identifies the pattern, and it is a qualitative thing or an indirect thing, and the machine does not predict or find anything specific. It just understands the and identifies the patterns and shows the patterns that are present in that data. This was about unsupervised learning, guys. Now let us see what is reinforced learning. As we have already seen this in the AI video, but let me repeat it once again. So reinforced learning means an award based learning, that is if the machine, the ML machine if gives an accurate output, so it will get a reward, but if it gives the wrong output, so it will get a punishment, something like this that we do with kids during their homework, that if they give a right answer, so we give them a chocolate, if they give wrong, so we punish them mostly. So this is what is in reinforced learning. So here the machine learns how to act in certain environment, and it is based on rewards and punishments, as I've already told you. Now let us see what are the three different types of data sets that are used for training a machine learning algorithm. It can be any method: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, or reinforced learning. We need three types of data set. So these three types of data sets are train, validation, and test data set. So what is train? So let me explain you with the help of example. Suppose a student is studying mathematics. So first he will mug up the formulas, theorems, and the postulates, whatever are given to him, and he will try to understand them. So this is what is learning. So for learning, the data set that we give, the part of data that we give is known as learning data set. Okay. Then we have practice doing exercise by doing exercise. So suppose now I have learned all the formulas, the theorems, the postulates. Now I need to practice it. So I will solve some exercises that are given below the lesson or after the lesson. So this is what machine learning algorithm does. It practices whether it has learned correctly or not by evaluating itself on the validation data set that we provided. And at last, after doing all this, now we go to exams and we give our exam. So this is what is a test data set, that after doing all this, we give the ML algorithm a data set and we check whether its output is correct or not. So this is what is test data set. So I hope that train, validation, and test data set are clear to you with the example that I have provided you. Now let us see the last topic, that is a supervised machine learning workflow. So how does a ML machine works? So firstly we acquire some data, then we clean that data. After cleaning that data, we distribute the data into three parts. Generally trained data computes to 70%, test data computes to 20%, and validation data computes to 10%. But the percentage may change, it varies according to person who is training the machine. After doing this, after training, then we go to the training model, that is the model is being trained. After that the model is being tested. Now if it fails in the test, then again it is going to be get trained, and again it is going to give the test. When it passes the test, then it is going to be evaluated, and at last it is going to be deployed as a machine learning model. And let me tell you one thing guys, no machine learning model is 100% accurate. Their accuracy can range from 90 to 98% or more, but no model in this whole universe is 100% accurate. So never think that if I deploy a machine learning model, machine learning algorithm in a machine, so it will work 100% accurate. It will never be the case. So I hope I have cleared all this topic. This was all for this video guys. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.